Well, welcome back to my messy garage and to the Turbo Razor build. I haven't figured out a name. Everybody names their stuff. I want to have a name for this project. Comment below. What do you think? What should we name it? I was thinking Goldar. Not a reference to Power Rangers, but my own made-up name, Goldar. Anyways, today, I guess over the course of the next couple days, we have a few projects to tackle before we go to Kentucky. Now, I'm not sure when this video is going to air, so this may be after you see us in Kentucky or before. I'm guessing after. Regardless, we are getting ready to go. So the other day, looked like Super Atv threw up all over the side of my garage. In this box, we've got the 1/2-inch Super Atv skid plate. Actually, it's two boxes, 1 and 2. In the box behind it, we have the Super ATV high clearance rear radius rods. I was gonna wait till I broke these, but then I had this epiphany. Why don't we replace them now before we ruin them, so we've got a good set, just in case. I know, thinking ahead. I don't normally do that. And then, just today is Thursday, I got a special delivery. We have, as you've seen from the title, another brand new Warn Axon 55S. If you're a follower of the channel and you've watched our videos before, you've seen that the issues we've had with this, and you honestly can't call them issues because it was operating as designed. Excuse me. So I decided to stick with the same one. What else we have with this winch? All the stuff came with it beforehand. I put up on the shelf here. We have the Epic winch hook. This is the medium size winch hook. There's a smaller one, this one, and then there's the one that I've got on the 900. So I've got one for me. I got one Epic hook for the 900. I got the Warn rubber bump stop. I know you can get, this one was only like, 13 bucks, there you go. It's about the price, so it wasn't overpriced by any means. And then, I got the hub, the wireless hub control. Now this will Bluetooth into my phone, and we'll kind of go over that. Super excited to see how this works. I could plug this right in line with the 900 Sheena's machine as well, but we're going to throw it in mine since we're building it all new here. And we've got the Super ATV. It's all packaged up, but you'll never see it on the machine, but it's the brackets that we need to install in the Razor. So yeah, that is our plans for this video. Like I say, I can't just say today because it's probably going to take me a couple days, but that's all going to go on. There's a roof en route. Shipping is delayed for who knows why, but shipping got delayed, so that'll get here when it gets here. And yeah, so we're gonna get going. Okay, so a little tip, just learned. When you're taking these bottom two screws out, you got the T40s, you know, on the sides here. And then I started taking the dash ones out too. And then these front ones. There used to be, the 900, there's a couple down here somewhere. But this one had, on the very bottom, had two little ones. And they go right here. And then now I see there's a couple T40s exposed. We're going to get those. But it's not a T40. It's a, oh, where'd I do it? Oh, okay, well I lost them that quick. Anyways, it's what I would call a construction bit. A T20. So there's two T20s here. And it feels like there's two of them here, I think. Oh no, that's all connected. Okay, well we should be good to go here in a second then. It's pivoting right there. So yeah, we'll get those two T40s out and pop this off and keep going. Here they are right here. These are the T20s that go down in that hole right there. Okay, another tip from experience here. There are two more bolts, two more T40s hidden up in here. Right where my pinky is, right there. Can't get the drill directly in, so I had to use a wobble bit or universal or whatever the heck you want to call it. So one more and I think we should have the front grill off. Okay, we're moving through the process here, getting the brackets all fitted up. So we're going to kind of do a little unboxing. If you followed the channel, you've seen me do this before, so we'll kind of run through this really quick. We've got 5,500 pound Axon synthetic rope. We've got our hook, which we'll be replacing with this hook. The fair lead, electrical connections, a wired controller, and the wires. One of the biggest things I like about this winch, and the reason, well, one of the biggest reasons I like to run it, is because there's no external relay. Everything is internal. So basically, it's power and ground right to the battery, and you're done. That's one of my favorite features about this winch. We talked about the hub. We'll go through that when I put it together, but we are getting ready to get thrown in here. I'm going to pull our front tires and undo the shocks and get everything opened up and start bolting it together. Alright, wheels are off, jacks are held up with our bungee cords. Next thing we're going to do is get the plate. Oh, I left it out there. We're going to get our bracket bolted in. Before you do that though, you have to unplug. Oh, well maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. I think that might actually run different. We are going to have to reroute this line here, this vent tube, but that won't be a big deal. Then that was just water dripping from power washing yesterday. So, all right, we're going to reroute the vent tube and throw the bracket in here. All right, a quick update. We have the bracket bolted in. Super easy. 2 carriage bolts here, 2 carriage bolts back here. One important thing to note, and I learned this the hard way: put the carriage bolt on this side and put the nut on the back side. Otherwise, your winch won't fit in. Now, this winch is really comparable to the size of other winches, but holy smokes, you do not have a lot of extra room here. So remember, the nut goes to the back side. This part doesn't matter. I put the nut on the inside. There's square parts on both sides. The bracket is squared off, and then the frame part is squared off, so it can go either way there. But yeah, definitely don't forget to put the nut on the back side. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen, and you'll figure it out quick enough. It is tough to get in even when it's put together correctly. But you know me, I don't do anything that's not worth doing at least 2-3 times. So we're going to reroute our vent hose here that we disconnected. It's just going to get back. I'm going to run it right back up through the same little clips here and back up to the little vent doohickey in the frame. And then we're going to put our fair lead on. And I got something special for this end because I don't like just the rope. Alright, so there's 2 adapter brackets you put on here, and those remount with the factory hardware. And then we put our bolt and the nut on. It's a hex head, so you just need a big Allen wrench. Then I tried to use this bracket here. Unfortunately, this bracket doesn't even fit over top of the fair lead, and even if I were to take the fair lead off, I still don't think it would fit. So we're gonna have to run without it and see how it looks. So with the winch on, the fair lead mounted, and the rope just kind of dangling for now, we'll get to that in a minute, we're gonna start wiring. I've already gone ahead, and I love this machine. All I had to do was tap it from the back side and pop this out. Finished taking the dash off, or I'm sorry, yeah, well, I guess it would be the top of the dash off. This part stayed, not a big deal. And there's no relays to mount, so I don't have to pull this out or do anything extra. So I knocked it out. The Warn switch pops right in, and I went ahead and connected our hub, our Bluetooth hub, and we're going to use that. I'm going to route it down. I'm going to find the grommet here to stick our wires through and get going on that. I've got the harness laying here. Yeah, this is the harness. This is the port for the wired winch controller. I'm not sure if I'm going to even use that on this machine or not. We'll see. But I'm going to find the grommet, stick this baby through, and run her down and connect to the winch, and then run the power wires. So I'll show you that as we go. All right, so everything is wired. Light comes on. We downloaded the app. There it is. Gives us our battery. Gives us the amount that the winch is pulling and the temperature. Watch this. Look at that. I think we're good to go. That's where we'll stop tonight. And I won't show you into the rest. I'm just going to finish zip tying up these wires and getting everything put back. And I'll put the dash back together because that's all I'm going to do for electrical for the time being. And the next thing you see, I'm pretty sure, is going to be either the skid plate or the suspension. Not sure which. But let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, just an important note. I don't know if you can see it or not. Here, let me get a light. When you're working on winches and stuff, without the vehicle running, make sure to put a battery charger on. That was one cool thing about the app. I was working the winch back and forth, and it flashed at me, said my battery was low. So just another cool feature. I got the trickle charger on there. She should be good and 100% by tomorrow when we get back to work. All right, we got the front wrapped up. We're moving to the back. Now, as you guys see in the previous video, we put a tiger tail on the back here, and that is not going to change. So let's start with what we got. We've got Super ATV boxed high clearance rear radius rods. Now there's two options. There's the M10 and the M12 option, depending on what size you have. I'm pretty sure we're M12s, but I will double check that when it comes off. Now they say to remove the whole plate, and again, being directions, right? I think what I'm going to do is loosen one side up and take one side completely out and see if we can do it that way, so I don't have to fight with all those bolts and putting that back on by itself. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start on the passenger side. We're going to pull these out, and like I said, we'll loosen up the driver's side and see what happens. Okay, I know we're kind of speeding through this, but I don't want this video to get too long. Everybody to click out of the way. Anyways, got this side done. A couple things to mention. You have to undo the top brake caliper bolt and loosen the bottom one to rock the caliper back to get this top arm bolt off. It did work, loosening up the bolts. These are the M12 bolts, so we're using the bigger ones. I did drop one of the nuts, but it is what it is. I got this long screwdriver and fished it out easy. It was one of the old ones anyways, because you are using new hardware on the plate area. Get all that dirt up there, or sand, I guess. I'll take that out and clean that. Anyways, alignment. I'm gonna have to tighten all this stuff up. All this stuff is loose yet, because I want to get everything done, then we'll tighten everything up. Make sure and tighten the brakes up before we get done. Hopefully I remember that. So, alignment. What I did was I took the respective arms. This, I believe, was the top one, and I set the new arm over top, and then adjusted it out. This one I didn't have to adjust at all. It was perfect. The bottom one took a couple turns, and those are set perfect. Now we'll check it when it's down, but I mean it's right where it was factory. These two big ones go in the big section. They're called misalignment bushings, radius rod arm bushings, and then these are just regular bushings. They go in the skinny end. So super simple, really straightforward. I'm really happy with the progress. I mean, it takes time, but it's nothing too extreme and nothing you can't do at home. So all right, we're gonna keep on going, and don't let me forget to tighten up those caliper bolts. I didn't forget the brake caliper bolts. Those are tight. Everything else tightened up really good. The tiger tail went back on really nice. Yeah, I am super excited, and they look really sharp too. I mean, yeah, the orange is our accent color, but as we get through this here, we're going to be, the shock therapy springs are going to be gray. We'll get rid of this and get the light to put back in here. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of our orange accents by the time we're done. But for now, that looks really good. I'm super excited about my Super ATV arms and the Warn winch. Let me show you the winch, how that turned out. I buttoned that up this morning before we started on these. That bracket didn't fit, so I ended up just trimming the plastic out and running it. It'll work. It'll work for sure. We are getting the front arms this next week here, so we'll have front and rear arched suspension. But we're gonna have to go like that for now because we're getting the front arms from our buddy Jeff. So there it is. We're gonna end this video right here. I know I said skid plate and roof, but we're gonna have to run that on the next video because I don't want to stretch this out for too long. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. It don't cost you nothing, and we definitely appreciate the support. And we'll see you in the next video.